Hi Virgo, welcome to your super blue moon total lunar eclipse at 11 degrees of Leo on January 31st and the week that follows. It's Rena here, and so for you Virgo, this may be, out of all the signs, the most profound experience in a certain way, because this is happening in your 12th house, which is the house of the spiritual dimension, and we're talking about a very powerful full moon here. It can really dredge up a lot of stuff, bring stuff out that you thought you had forgotten. This might even be like a past life thing where you have vivid dreams. You may have already been having them. I don't know. A lot of psychic activity, let's put it that way. And it's interesting because, of course, I always have to bring it back to myself. But I have the moon in Virgo, and I was watching Lada. I don't know how many of you watch Lada Astrology. I love her so much. And she was talking about, you know, the importance of the moon with this. I mean, your moon sign. And I don't know how many of you like watch videos with, you know, about your moon sign or not. Especially if you're a woman, we're supposed to do so, but I think I rarely, if ever, have done so. And so if you have, well, I was going to say if you have the moon in Virgo, but I don't know how many people would be watching for that. But just in general, I mean, the moon is such an intuitive force, and to have that in your 12th house, that could be a very special experience for you. And it's interesting because I just did your opposite sign Pisces, and the polarities are reversed in this. So you have the sun in your 6th house, so that you rule, you know. So this can be a situation where your sense of all the habits that you have that may kind of thwart your ability to do the kind of work that you want to do. You know, maybe some of these habits obviously could be even karmic, where, for instance, playing it too safe, being too concerned about financial security, or even things that trip you up that make it harder for you to accomplish your goals. You know, that could be coming out and maybe cleansed. So that would be awesome. Speaking of cleansing, clearing my throat here. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do with this particular reading is I'm going to pick a card for me. I'll do it right now from my Rider-Waite deck. This is just specifically for the lunar eclipse day and the aftermath of what it represents. And then a Keepers of the Light Oracle. Oh, wow. Look at what you got. This is a card of healing, of love, of success. Wow. And then I'm going to pick this Oracle card, and then I'm just going to do a simple 3-card spread from the from the Morgan Brewer deck. Ugh. So I always keep getting the same card, so let me just... Oh, cool. Now this is, it's funny. When I was going through my cards yesterday, I was just kind of like looking at the pictures, because I always seem to pick the same cards, and I want to, it gets kind of, you know, boring, because I want to be able to turn you on to different cards here. And on the cover of the booklet in the box, they have this, but I didn't know this was one of the actual cards, and I noticed this yesterday. So I was like, I think I was even thinking, oh, I hope I picked this for somebody. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. And if you know anything about crystals, the amethyst is connected to the 7th chakra. You know, it's considered like a crystal that is about enlightenment, or is it the 6th chakra? But the 7th chakra is purple, and the 6th chakra is you know, like an indigo. So I would think it's more of the seventh chakra. And it's that spiritual wisdom, okay? But I think it's also connected with psychic abilities and all that stuff. So I'll be reading that card in the booklet, and then we're going to do this, the Morgan Greer. Okay, so for the eclipse, we have the Sun card. What a beautiful card. I like to show the Rider-Waite deck version of Pamela Coleman. You can see the sunflowers, you can see the child, because it represents also children, and whatever that means for you, conceiving children. Fifth house can be conceiving children, and the playfulness, the joy, just the fun and games the fifth house represents, your creative output, and love, falling in love. So if that's true for you, then that's kind of giving you that wink and nod from the universe. And then the holy amethyst, let's see what that represents. I have to kind of keep things short because I'm running out of memory. This is the second memory card that's running out of memory. Holy amethyst is the twin flame of Archangel Zadkiel, the angel who helps us transmute negative experiences into love and learning. He is the keeper of the violet flame. I thought that, what's his name? Germain was, which helps us release anything that's no longer serving us. That's the 12th house for you. That's where that lunar eclipse is, releasing anything that no longer serves you. Holy amethyst also enables us to look over our past fears and challenges and draw wisdom and learning from them. Unlike Zadkiel, for many years she was not mentioned in the spiritual text, and I think this was because her miraculous support was needed on earth as it is now. To connect deeply with her light, hold her namesake crystal. You are ready to move beyond energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a real need for clearing out, not just mentally or emotionally, but physically too. There is a sense that you're moving beyond challenges and forging golden opportunities from stagnant or unhappy experiences. It's important to recognize that you are like a magician at this time, with the ability to use your thoughts, will, and actions to bring about life-fulfilling and dream-enhancing opportunities. It's important to focus on what you desire and not what you fear, because what you give energy to will literally begin to flourish. Call on Holy Amethyst to help you focus on golden opportunities. Wow. Okay. So, enough said about that. It's pretty self-explanatory. So let's go on to the 3 cards. You're coming into the first week in February with the 10 of Wands. You may feel like you've got a lot on your plate, a lot of work, concerns, career stuff. Maybe you've been working very hard. Maybe you need rest and you haven't been allowing that for yourself. With coming off of the eclipse, you may see more than ever the areas of your life where you need to moderate yourself so that you can have the best health possible. At this time, we have the Empress. Now, very interestingly enough, the Empress connects with the planet Venus, and so this is connected to the signs of Taurus and Libra. I got into a very heated debate with somebody online about that should be Taurus and not Libra, because I had seen Taurus specifically mentioned, and then I finally saw something where Libra was mentioned too, and I had to acknowledge that. But this is the Earth Mother energy, and you are an Earth sign. But this is a very sensual sign. This is very much different than Taurus. I mean, well, this is very much different than Virgo energy, which tends to be somewhat you know, the Virgo vibe is somewhat prudish and pristine. And this is very earthy, very sensual, and out there sensuality. But again, this is the card of the mother, and then you have the sun card. So some of you may find out that you are pregnant. I'll make a prediction, though. And don't, you know, I'm not trying to compete with Miss Cleo, but this is not for men. You're not going to get pregnant, so don't worry about it. This is for women. But the full moon is considered the most fertile time, from what I've read. And because this is a lunar eclipse, this may be something, a surprise pregnancy perhaps, something that comes in that is destined to happen but that you didn't plan for. So putting it out there, and maybe you're going to be feeling more sensual, and that leads up to some sexy time, and you know, you can connect the dots from there. This is the interesting thing. This card is also connected to Taurus, but this is, of course, a male counterpart. So the outcome, you know, it could be like you get knocked, well, I was going to say you get knocked up and now you have to get married, because this is the card of marriage and conformity. So I'm not saying that all of this is happening in 1 week. I'm just talking about the themes that could be present. This is a card of conforming to tradition. And it could be, too, that, you know, there are Virgo women out there who have been kind of agonizing over the decision to possibly leave their jobs and stay. Like, maybe you already are pregnant and you're working very hard and you want to stay home with your child. And so there's an issue there. Or you're being asked to do so. But I just want to say that with the Sun card, I think that you have a lot of good vibes happening around you. So whatever is happening, even if it's challenging with the 10 of Wands and you feel like, I was going to say, Calgon, take me away, you know, wanting to be very, you know, wanting to rest, but maybe feeling like you can't. It's just, I think there's a lot of joy that is generated around this time for some reason. Could involve news about a child or a marriage, because this could be a love situation. The Empress connects with Venus, so you may be madly in love with somebody and going to get married. Okay, Virgo, you're the last sign I did. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, please click on the link below. My website is rainamoonastrology.com, and I wish you all the best in the coming week. Bye.